Hello again. Tonight we'll be running some Race 3 on my Ironman. These are the stats currently I'll be running, and these are my gear: Zombie Axe, Crystal Bow, Warp Scepter. So because of this, I cannot really run really high tier raids. This is pretty much a low entry mode 90 invo. And I'll be sprinkling some knowledge I've learned throughout my experience of playing Race 3 on this Iron and also on my main. I've been running these pretty much every night, once a night, just trying my luck, see if I could get anything. I figured I could record one attempt here, see what it looks like. I might make this into a series where I might maybe post these more regularly, just so I can kind of see how long will it take till I actually get something. Even though, to be honest, I don't expect much, just because this is a 90 invocation. Really not much to be expecting. Not much to expect here to get in terms of loot. So with that being said, this is the invos I'll be running. Pretty much everything at the final phase is turned on except for Insanity, just because I'm not quite there yet for that. Otherwise, not just a head, which basically enables a blood magic for Zebak on a diet to not have to consume any actual physical food like sharks and I think some like scarabs you get inside of the raids. And persistence, which means I can only die a specific amount of times, which I'm not too worried about this. I don't expect any death usually. Baba's only the risky one at the very beginning that something could go wrong, but otherwise the rest of the run is pretty smooth. Alright, with that being said, let's run it. Let's pre-pot and let's send it. And keep in mind, this is low skill, low level, so yeah, I'm gonna be basically just drinking some super defense, super strength, super attack. There's no I have a combat potion, but they're kind of low, so I'm gonna chillax and just drink my regular stuff. I'll fix these later. All right, let's send it. Starting with Zebak, and we'll make our way sort of a not Zebak. Starting with Baba first, then Kefri, then Akka, and finally Zebak. No, okay. Pretty straightforward room. It's, you do it a couple times, it gets very repetitive, and I'm sure there's loads of ways to improve this compared to what I did. Alright, let's move on to Baba. Ooh. Mm. So as you can see, yes, this is a Red X Baba, but it's not a perfect one because I don't bother dodging the boulders, because I know if I do Red X perfectly in the sense of not miss and end up leaving the Red X phase, technically I'm not going to die. Even if I tank a few boulder hits, it's fine. There's definitely room for improvement. And as you can see, a slash-based weapon is definitely a major pain point for this run, just because at 90 invocation, the defense has already risen enough that you can feel that you're really not accurate. I spent a lot of time just hitting zeros for a long time. So proceed at 90 invocation and above at your caution, just because you're really losing a lot of accuracy hitting with Zombie Axe. However, the benefit is Zombie Axe hits really hard when it does succeed, but it is pretty painful to hit. Also, if you have a faster throwing range weapon like darts or blowpipe, it'll be way better than fending them with crystal ball. Also, I forgot to mention, but Zombie Axe really is not super good if you really all you do is melee, like a specific boss. Like you've seen it, Baba, I'm hitting lots of zeros. However, bringing a Karis Partisan, even if it's 90 invocation, it's a stab weapon and it does special damage against scarabs or enemies like Kefri, like Calphite Queen as well. So it's actually really, at least in my opinion, I find it really worth it for me to bring the Karis Partisan, at least for this specific part of the raid. I bring a weapon just for this specific part only. That's how good it is. If I really wanted to heal, I could also cast Blood Barrage now on the Soldier Scarab. However, the attack rate is much slower for Blood Barrage compared to everything else, so use that at your own caution. You might take a lot longer to get rid of the Soldier. If you have tankier armor than I do, keep in mind I'm only using a fighter torso and some direct plate legs, but if you have tankier armor than I do, you might not need to drink prayer potion from this point on. You can just tank the range damage and finish it off. Also, if you hit a lot more accurate than I do. I'm really getting a pretty bad RNG right now with my DPS. Normally it's not this bad, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna tank the rest. If I lose my prayer, it's fine. I'm full health and he has 22 HP. That should be not an issue. Unless I'm really unlucky. Alright. I can claim from the health of spirit whatever we need. So I'm gonna go with power. I should have enough prayer potions for the rest, unless I'm really unlucky, but maybe the next two rooms will be a little bit better. It's the first time I have it this inconsistent. All the other games, all the other runs I've did in the past few nights, it's been pretty much consistent. It doesn't take a long time, but I guess I'm getting the lower end of how bad it can be. Could have been a 1. Not always. It's very RNG dependent. Yep. All right. I'm not butterflying. I've just recently started picking up on Red X Baba. There's no way I'm also doing butterfly for Akka. One thing at a time. We'll get there at one point, but I don't know if I want to butterfly with a Warp Scepter. I don't know. No. So for this part of the fight, I actually go to Zombie Axe. It's DPS is actually worth it. It's worth sacrificing the accuracy because when I do hit, I hit pretty hard. Alright, moving on to the next one. I can actually heal here since I'm salted. The brews are not going to actually drop my DPS. They should restore pretty quickly. Ooh, that's good. I already have access to this one. This shadow. Also, if you want to heal here, you could technically blow barrage him here as well. Don't recommend, but you could. Ooh. Okay. Okay. For a brief moment there. Yeah, that was a very smooth Akka. Very good. Again, no butterfly, but still went pretty well. Made up for all the prayer potions I lost at Caffrey. Make sure to keep looking at your salt. Depending on how long Akka takes, you might sometimes forget about it and you lose your salt halfway through this. So I'm going for Crystal Bow because at Zebak this feels pretty good. Crystal Bow is definitely not Bofa level, but honestly, between having to pick RCB, Rune Crossbow, or Crystal Bow, I highly recommend giving a shot to... Ooh, this is kind of awkward. I'm gonna have to break this one. I definitely recommend people try out Crystal Bow because honestly, yes, it's not going to hit as hard as a Bofa, but it's still worth it. The DPS is not horrible, especially if you're running some low invo like raids, or if you just want to do some like bossing and you want to like necessarily try the Bofa. It's worth running it. At the same time with a Blood Orb, Blood Cloud. Okay. Should die, right? Nice. Also, the range is pretty useful. If I could actually note it, Crystal Bow, this is the maximum range for Crystal Bow, whereas RCB, this is the maximum range to hit Zebak. So this is worth it. Also just for mobility, really. Okay. I didn't have to use my prayer potions at all, I think. It's the best I could really ask for, really. Okay. So let's deposit the 3 dose. Let's deposit the poison. Let's switch to my melee. The 2 dose. I'll just keep 1. Deposit 2 just in case. I doubt it, but just in case. I don't think I'll need this. No, whatever. Grab life. Those are all my supplies I'll possibly ever need, and I doubt I'll need. Oop, I didn't need that. Okay. So I like to have my inventory like this. And take 2 more. Yep. That's more spot on what I'm always running. Leaving some slots for offhand when I go to 2-handed items. Let's resupply salt, apply piety, and go. ABC, always be DPSing. Come on. Nice. They can actually kill you if you're not careful. Could have been awkward. Right. I didn't see kill that. I think I'm off by 1 tick, sadly. This might not be 2 down. It can be done at 2 down if you're tick perfect, but I think I might have missed 1 singular tick, sadly. Yeah, this might not hit. Oh, nice, I did. It wouldn't have been a big deal. I have plenty of resources to keep going, sending it, but I just want to skip this part. It's kind of boring. I don't do school skip, not yet. I'm not ready to do school skip, or at least try my luck with it. I'm gonna salt up one more time here. Alright, we're almost in the final phase. Alright. Let's see this crystal scarab, might as well since I have it. Alright. Kill count 31, we get absolutely nothing. Just like always. But what about the stats? 297 damage taken while dealing 7,219. I think that's one of my best contrasts. This is really good. Kill count 31. Alright, cool, cool. And what do we get for our efforts? $447k worth of loot, a bunch of toe flags, and some Renars. Perfect. I'd love to see Renars on the Iron. It's the best. Cool. Well, that pretty much sums it up. This is how I run my raids, pretty much once a night, hoping for something like a gem. Ideally, I want a gem. That's really what I'm here primarily for. And gems, from what I understand, you can get them at any invocation, including entry mode 0. But I like to increase the odds because I can get some more stuff like Renars and whatnot. Well, pretty much covers it. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys around.